Life Adoption Program October 2008 Care for Cows in Vrindavan Kundalini's birthday Nandi's graduation road casualty gift of Dharma new arrivals Care for Cows in Vrindavan CFC trustees Vraja Mohan Dasa Hayavalabha Dasa Amit Thulani Rakesh Rahira patrons HH. Mahanihai Swami Radhajivan Dasa Suresh Vajiani CFC staff Kurmarupa Dasa Dr. J.P. Lavanya Kesi Nisudana Dasa Braja Gopal Dasa, Switzerland, Laxmi Rupa Dasi, Denmark, Isani Devi Dasi, Holland, Siam Hari Vijay, Ramu, Santosh, Mithan, Sukumar editor Kurmarupa Dasa Care for Cows in Vrindavana is inspired by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada founder Acharya International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Dear friends, the basic principle of economic development is centered on land and cows. The necessities of human society are food, grains, fruits, milk, minerals, clothing, wood, etc. One requires all these items to fulfill the material needs of the body. Certainly one does not require flesh and fish or iron tools and machinery. If there is enough milk, enough grains, enough fruit, enough cotton, enough silk, and enough jewels, then why do the people need cinemas, houses of prostitution, slaughterhouses, etc.? What is the need of an artificial luxurious life of cinema, cars, radio, flesh, and hotels? Has this civilization produced anything but quarreling individually and nationally? Has this civilization enhanced the cause of equality and fraternity by sending thousands of men into a hellish factory and the war fields at the whims of a particular man? Human civilizations should depend on the production of material nature without artificially attempting economic development to turn the world into a chaos of artificial greed and power only for the purpose of artificial luxuries and sense gratification. This is but the life of dogs and hogs. Srila Prabhupada's purport to Srimad Bhagavatam, 1.10.4 Jayasri Guru. Jayasri Gopala. Jayasri Gomata. The CFC's TAF-CA-REFORCOWS.org Care for Cows in Vrindavan is a charitable trust registered in India, USA, Holland, and Switzerland. Care Life Adoption His Holiness Mahanihai Swami Maharaja Gosava is all about gratitude, generosity, and give and take. In short, Gosava means love, which is the substratum of life itself. Every day mother cow produces sufficient milk to nurture her baby calf, and out of love for mankind she produces extra milk to nourish and maintain our existence. Mother cow knows the true meaning of love. She gratefully accepts whatever is offered with a bowed head and an open heart. She tolerates everything without complaint, all the while radiating peace. Even if her master just throws her some chopped dry wheat stalks, busa, she reciprocates fully. Without hesitation, mother cow gives her very essence, which is her blood transformed into milk, the elixir of life. Mother cow is the embodiment of love. We have taken so much from mother cow, and now the debt weighs on our heart, filling our mind with thoughts, "Oh mother, how can I ever repay you? What little service may I render to bring you a bit of happiness? Please forgive me for neglecting you for so long." To relieve the burden of our Care for Cows adoption program, Mahanihai Swami has authored and published more than 12 books on the science of Bhakti Yoga. He presently resides in his ashrama in Sri Radhakund but regularly travels to Vrindavan, Delhi and Mumbai to give lectures. Maharaja is one of CFC's patrons and inspired his disciples to perform Gosava by taking responsibility as trustees in Care for Cows. His concern for the abandoned cows in Vraja is inspiring him to consider opening a branch in Radhakund. Heart, Lord Gopala inspired a new idea for Gosava called LAP Life Adoption Program. This program gives us a chance to express our love toward Mother Cow by giving something back to her in the form of generosity and gratitude. Life is defined as the period during which something continues to exist. For our entire life Mother Cow remains in the background, silently serving each one of us by providing the most essential and complete food, milk. The word adoption means to take another person's child and raise him as your own. When a mother adopts a child, she naturally holds him on her lap, caresses him and feeds him. Then she showers her love on him for his entire life. Adoption also means to accept as one's own and to provide a home for. These definitions can also apply to the cow who is one of God's orphaned children. We can accept one or more cows as our own, provide a home for them and raise them lovingly, providing all the necessities for a happy life. Shortly after Lord Gopala gave me the idea for LAP, an unknown admirer donated enough money to adopt 4 cows. Compared to the number of humans in this world, there are very few cows available for adoption. Therefore, it is actually a great privilege to be able to adopt one of Lord Krishna's cows in Vrindavana. I pray that many other sensitive souls will take part in Care for Cows' new LAP program. In essence, LAP is a facility for open-hearted souls to give a one-time donation of 1.5 lakhs, $3,500 to adopt a cow for her entire life. The donation will be deposited in an unbreakable fixed deposit which will generate interest to feed and maintain one cow for her entire life. Let us all show our love and gratitude for Mother Cow. Be generous, hold her on your lap and adopt her for life. Today it costs about Rs.30 per day or Rs.13,200 per year to maintain a cow in Vrindavan. The lifespan of a cow is approximately 20 years. Thus it costs Rs.264,000 to maintain a cow for life. A fixed deposit of Rs.150,000 however, generates enough interest to maintain a cow for her entire life, and when she passes on, the principle remains to serve another. Become a LAP patron and receive Lord Gopal's mercy. Gamata Ki Jai. Happy birthday from Bhakta David and Lila Manjari, San Diego, USA. Our experience with Care for Cows started with a workshop offered through the Vrindavana Institute of Higher Education, VIHE. We went to the Care for Cows clinic where we heard a wonderful class delivered by Karmarupa Dasa regarding the importance of cow protection. We toured the facilities and helped feed the bulls and cows. We were so inspired that before we left Vrindavana we returned to Care for Cows to find a new friend. Karmarupa took the time to introduce us to several of the unsponsored residents and we fell in love with Kundalini and the way she danced. When people talk about their pets, we casually mention that we have a cow. In San Diego this seems impossible to them until we explain that she doesn't live with us. This usually opens a window to tell them no about our trip to India, Care for Cows, and of course Krishna. Kundalini is such a part of our family that our mothers joke about being grandmothers. Serving Krishna through Care for Cows continues to be a wonderful experience for us. It was Lila's idea to use a piggy bank to collect loose change for Kundalini so we could send her something for her birthday. Lila is especially adamant about putting all of the change we find out on David and Lila Manjari with Kundalini's piggy bank. Kundalini is considered to be the best dancer in our herd. Some of her birthday Kundalini. The ground in it so that whoever dropped the coins could receive the benefit of cow protection also. Sponsoring Kundalini is also fun because it gives us one more thing to look forward to should Krishna's grace grant us another visit to Vrindavana, and if our friends go we can ask them to visit Kundalini for us. But you don't have to visit Vrindavana to sponsor a cow or bull, just browse through the pictures at careforcows.org and your heart will warm to several residents. The hardest part is choosing just one. Kundalini on her 6th birthday. Kundalini's birthday collection sponsored a feast for our son Drak herd of 162 residents. The feast included barley flour, chickpea husks, mustard seed cake, wheat bran, bananas, and guavas. Kundalini and Lila Manjari performances can be seen on the CFC video entitled Sunrise in Goloka. A gift of Dharma. The Babas of Radha Thila in Raman Reddy requested Care for Cows to accept their 1.5-year-old pet bull. Syamalaya. The residents of the ashrama named Radha Thila in Raman Reddy are well known for feeding birds. They often wear tilak in reverse, that is, instead of marking the sign of Vishnu on their forehead with clay, they cover their face entirely with clay and wipe clean the part of their forehead and nose so the skin showing through forms the mark of Vishnu. Every afternoon at around 4 p.m. large flocks of pigeons, parrots, sparrows, babblers, peacocks and other assorted birds gather there to feast on the copious seeds the sadhus supply. It is a festival of feathers and people come from all over to witness the chatter and squawking. The grounds of the ashrama are swept soft sand graced by several large neem and tamal trees and one enchanting banyan tree. The natural setting is very soothing for the mind. The Babas there keep 2 cows to supply milk for their deities of Sri Sri Radhakrishna. They require only a few liters of milk for the worship, so the calves get to drink all they want. Their favorite calf is a bull named Syamalaya, who is now 18 months old and substantially overgrown from feasting lavishly on his mother's milk. He is their pet and is loved by all of them. They asked Care for Cows to host Syamalaya as he has outgrown his pen and they have a space problem. They promised to deliver 100 kilos of grains each month for his consumption and asked that we never to give him to a farmer. They want us to train him to pull the school bus as it passes their ashrama daily, and in this way they can still see him regularly. Syamalaya would not leave the ashrama without his mother, so they walked both of them to our facility and after he got a bit adjusted escorted her home. For 2 days Syamalaya was forlorn, but the Babas consoled him with daily visits and grooming. He has made friends with our Nilgai Janardana and they spend hours each day sparring. Next week we will begin training him to pull the cart. Nandi with his trainers Dilip and Kailash. Nandi's graduation: when Nandi lived in the street he frequented the fruit stalls and developed a taste for bananas. That's how we allured him to Care for Cows when he was 1 year old. He is gentle, good-natured, and healthy, and we all admire his glossy red coat and pendulous ears, announcing that he is partially Gur in species. All of us suspect that he was sired by a bull of the same name who was very dear to us. Vrindavan Vilasani Dasi from Germany volunteered to sponsor Nandi and has been dutifully doing so for more than 2 years. Most of our bulls are turned into oxen, but Nandi has been kept intact as he is stout and obedient. He has sired 2 bull calves who mirror his nature. Nandi is now 4 years old and began his training only 1 month ago. He has been paired with Kanhya, who is also part Gur and only slightly taller. They have the same pace and soon will begin their service of transporting students to and from the Sandipani Muni School in Chaitanya Vihar. Nandi received a bull scholarship and we are proud that he has graduated with honors. Another road casualty, Karuna and son Karuna, is part of a herd of 50 cows that live on the Vrindavan Shatakara highway, which is not a safe place. She was struck by a car more than 2 months ago just after her calf was born. Though no bones appear to be broken, she has partially lost use of her left rear leg and has trouble standing and walking. Her owner tried several village remedies but none were successful. He asked us to take her in and nurse her back to good health. The several lacerations on her legs and back healed without complication. She also suffered from fungus on her face and underside, but that cleared within a week. Dr. Lavanya suspects that the impact has resulted in some nerve damage and that is the cause of her inability to walk properly. She casualty stands in a leaning position and walks in tight circles. One complication is that when she loses her balance she repeatedly falls on her left hip, and even though her pen has a sand floor, substantial swelling has resulted. Now the swelling is reaching her udder. Dr. Lavanya recommended that we tie an inner tube to her hip to cushion her fall, and that has helped to some degree. He also recommended that we apply ice packs to the swollen area 3 to 4 times a day. This is reducing the inflammation substantially, and Karuna actually looks forward to the ice treatments daily. She is an exceptional patient and is doing her best to nurse her son and avoid falling on him. Karuna's calf is healthy, and though he plays with the other calves, he prefers to sit with his mother and console her. New arrivals Kamalakaran and Amavasia were apparently abandoned by the same Goshala as they are fast friends. They wandered by our main gate during feeding time and were invited in. One of our cowherd men remarked that the one looked like he was wearing white socks, the other corrected him saying that his feet are like white lotuses, hence his name. Amavasia Kamalakaran is about 14 months old and Amavasia is perhaps 2 months younger. Both are in good health and except for the fact that they have been abandoned do not appear to have been abused. They are reserved and somewhat apprehensive, but that is normal until they are accepted into the herd, which generally takes about 10 days. The above bull and the Nilgai both arrived with broken spines. We were told they had fallen into ditches. The bull sat for 2 days as seen above, quietly tolerating his condition as if doing breathing exercises. He refused to eat or drink but sat looking into the distance. He then laid flat for 2 days and departed. The Nilgai is about 3 months old and in perfect health, but his spine is visibly broken and his hind quarter is paralyzed. Adi Deva born to Tungavidya. Adi Deva at 3 hours old. Thank you from the cows. May cows stay in front of me, may cows stay behind me, may cows stay on both sides of me. May I always reside in the midst of cows. Hari Bhaktavila 16.252. The cows send their heartfelt thanks to those who assisted during September 2008. Alessandra Petrassi, Amit Kumar Sahu, Ananda Dasa, Anonymous Bhakta, Adam Carol, Lewis Chandramukha Dasi, Charanya Chandar Das, Ezermail, David Kazanau, David Thornton, Devala Dasa, Dhruva Maharaja Dasa, Diptaman Chaturji, Eka Gopi Dasi, Gaurn Gapriya Dasi, Giri Raja Swami, Girish Pandya, Gopa Patna Dasi, Govardhana Dasa, Himwati Greenberg, Hari Prasad Dasa, Julia Erdem, Jagannath Rao, Jagannath Dasa, Jeffrey Walters, Jennifer Olson, Kand Arpa Manjari, Kan Hilal Pandya, Katyayani Dasi, Keshvara Priya Dasi, Kitri and Rita Krishna Kirtan Dasa, Kunti Devi Kusa Dasi, Lakshmi Kari, Lilia Tonava, Lisa Kuvitz, Madhava Dasa, Mahani Hai Swami, Mariana Polinsky, Marina Kodak, Meenakshi Patel, Mohan Narain, Mukunda Dasa, Nagna Patna Dasi, Nalini Kant Dasa, Nanu Priya Krishnan, Nikhil Chug Pankaj Vora, Prima Nama Dasa, Purnama C Dasi, Rachel Basarik, Radha Jivan Dasa, A Cow Snoozing in Varsana Radha, Mohan Savak Radha Priya and Abhi Radha Patti Dasa, Radhika Bukari Radhika Desai, Ratnesvari Dasi, Renato Rohini Devi Dasi, Rohini Sudha Dasa, Samath Kanta Dasi, Satish Kumar Satora Publishing, Shyamananda Dasa, Sharanapa S by Radar, Spirit of the East, Sri Radhika Dasi, Stella Hersik, Subramaniam Tambaraja, Tatiana Leonova, Tusta Krishna and Stephanie Varunjaneja, Vidyasagar Lakand, Vishnu Murthy Dasa, Vrajsvari Dasi, Vrindavan Vilasanai Dasi, Vyasadev K Munitas, William Burdasa.